Nobody cares how good you used to be. You're the, let me see, 22nd speech I've done so far this year, 22. My first 21, I was amazing. Y'all don't care. You hope I'm be pretty good right now. Isn't that right? How's that really any different for any of you? Really, how's it any different for you? How many of y'all right now having a pretty good year so far this year? Put your hands down. Nobody cares. The point is, you've got to be good every single time you show up. So let me tell you what I do for a living. I do go all over the world, and I talk to all kinds of businesses and associations and organizations about what it takes to be more successful, make more money, and have more fun. Because I don't care who you are, and I don't care what you do for a living. I believe everybody has those things in common. We all want more success, money, and fun. Isn't that right? Say you bet. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, it's not that hard. Really, it's not. We make it hard. In fact, I think most folks want it to be hard. As some of you are saying, that doesn't even make any sense. Why in the world would people want those things to be hard? I'll tell you why. Because if we buy into the idea those things are hard, well, we'll have an excuse for not doing well. And I don't think there is an excuse. So what I do is remind people how simple it really is. Now, that's not what most people do. Most people in my business, they don't want you to know it's simple. They want you to think it's hard. They want you to think it's complicated. In fact, some of them, the people go around and give these speeches, they just say the dumbest stuff. There are people on television every day saying absolutely stupid things. The stages across our country are full of idiots saying dumb things. You've heard them, so have I. I watched a guy on the Today Show not long ago, and I've been on the Today Show several times talking about my bestsellers. I will tell you this, once you become a regular on Fox News, the Today Show won't have you back on. So y'all don't expect to see me there anymore. But this guy was on the Today Show talking about his bestseller, and this is what he said. He said, if you want to be successful in business, just forget about making your customers happy. Y'all have a problem with that? See, I have a big problem with that. Forget about making your customers happy. This is what he said. He said, if you want to be successful in business, spend all of your time, all of your energy making your employees happy. Now, here's the problem with that idea. You can't make employees happy. By the way, that's nothing against employees. It doesn't even have anything to do with being employees. I've been an employee. I'm your employee tonight. We all have been employees. We all have employees. That's not the point. It's just that you cannot make another human being happy, not if they don't want to be happy. Isn't that right? You can't make anybody else happy. And I can tell you this right now, the last thing in the world I want is somebody trying to happy me into happy. And you all know what I'm talking about. These people are everywhere. You know one right now. This room probably has a bunch of them in it. Every business has one, organization has one, association has one. Little Susie Sweet Cheeks, who comes running up to you in the morning saying, is Mr. Grumpy having a bad day? Get the hell out of my face. I got work to do. Besides, let me ask you all this question. Who cares if you're happy? Nobody. Nobody cares if you're happy. Your customers don't care if you're happy, do they? No. Let me ask you this. Did you ever get a paycheck in your whole life that down in the memo section said, we're going to pay you this time just because you're so darn happy? You see, we don't get paid to be happy. We get paid to do our jobs. Very simple. We just get paid to do our job. It doesn't matter what kind of a mood we're in. That's not how it works these days. We've got a society who believes that they have to be happy every minute, every single day, all the time. That businesses exist just to make them happy. That everything exists just to make them happy. I was out with some friends having dinner. You've been in this situation 1,000 times. We go into the restaurant. They take us over to the table. When we get over to the table, we all sit down. Here comes the waiter. Waiter walks up, first thing out of his mouth. He said, I'm telling you right now, don't expect very good service tonight. I'm having a really bad day. Now, what can I get you? I said, get me a new waiter. He said, no, sir, I'm serious. I said, oh, trust me, so am I. Get me a new waiter. He said, sir, I can't do that. I said, why not? He said, well, this is my table. I said, well, you're really confused about this. You see, this is my table. I'm paying for this table. Get me a new waiter. He wanders off. Here comes the manager. Manager comes over and says, do we have a problem? No, we don't. You do, I don't. He said, well, why do you have to have a new waiter? I said, listen, when the guy comes over to the table and the first thing out of his mouth is don't expect very good service. How stupid would I be as the customer to pay for bad service that I've been promised in advance? And the manager says, well, you know, he really is having a bad day. I don't care. Nobody cares. But see, we've gotten to this place where we hold emotion at a much higher level and respect emotion much more than we do accomplishment. We have a whole generation who believes, as I said, you got to be happy. You got to love what you do every single day. You've heard that before. People say that all the time. They love to say it. John Ruskin's old line. As long as you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. You've heard that. Some of you believe that. Typically, that's only said by people who don't work very hard. Because if you're really working very hard, there's going to be plenty of times you don't love what you do. And you know if you're a hard worker, that's the case. I can tell you right now, I hate what I do for a living. Get off the stage. Thank you so much. You didn't pay for my love, by the way. You paid for my information, right? No, really, I hate what I do for a living. But see, that's where people mostly get confused. They think this is what I do for a living. It's not. I do this part right here, time in front of a group, just like this. Maybe 75 hours a year. That's it. 75 hours a year. I got to travel about 150 to 200 days a year to make that 75 hours happen. I love every minute of my time on stage. I hate almost every minute of that travel. Putting up with airports and TSA? Come on. Y'all like that? Nobody does. Hotels might be the nicest hotel in the whole world. It's not my bed at home. I'm tired of them. You would be too. Eating in restaurants, I love to eat out, but still it's not like being at home. So while I love this, I hate most of that, but this is the key, and this is the key for you too. I love this enough to put up with all that.